Here are some comments that I received when I put up a video saying that if you like The Division, you're also probably going to like Destiny. Fuck Destiny, that money-grabbing whore. How much do the Activision scumbags pay you for this, you traitor? So, a YouTuber who's famous for making Division videos is now telling Division players to play Destiny? That's nothing but treachery. It's a shame that you have to make videos like this, suggesting to people to play Destiny and saying that Destiny is totally better than The Division. Seems like you are getting paid from Activision to trash talk other games like they always do. I have reliable sources confirming that. I've played Destiny and it doesn't even come close to what The Division is as an RPG, and this whole time you've been criticizing The Division in all your vids. Unsubscribing now. Skill Up informing everyone to leave The Division feels like everyone is moving on. Sad face. I'm guessing you made this vid because you've given up on The Division being unfucked anytime soon. Don't worry, Battlefield 1 is on the way, and once it drops, both of these games will lose their player base. And finally, Skill Up, your last video was about the community coming together to help make The Division better. Now this video is about switching to Destiny? How that looks, question mark. Alright, so to be really clear, I'm not making fun of these people. Obviously, some of them I think are a little bit silly with regards to the sentiment they are echoing, but it's a really prevalent sentiment that came through my comment section because it's a really prevalent sentiment that exists across gaming. But why do people do this though? Why do they feel the need to sort of assume that when I say that one game is good, it immediately means that every other game is shit? Well look, obviously I'm only guessing here, I don't know what's in these people's minds when they say that, but in my view, I think these people kind of view it as a bit of a betrayal of the tribe. In their eyes, I'm a Division YouTuber, and if I was to speak about any other game in a positive sense, it's akin to me saying that Division is no longer worthy of their time and attention. I'm in a sense abandoning the Division by saying that another game is good. This is probably further compounded by the fact that, Destiny and the Division share many commonalities, both being hybrid MMO shooters. If I was to extol the virtues of, say, FIFA or Madden or Zelda or Doom or whatever, these people probably wouldn't care that much since the genres are so different. But if we're talking inside genres, like one MMO hybrid shooter to another, then the idea that you could speak positively about anything other than the Division is a betrayal of the highest order. Now, to be honest, of course, I knew this was coming. I knew that by putting up a video like this about why Destiny was good in the context of why the Division was also good, or in some cases bad, then I'd be inviting in the type of person that holds these views. Because these views are really prevalent in our medium. I mean, think about it. Like, are you a Call of Duty guy? Are you a Battlefield guy? Are you a Diablo guy or a Path of Exile guy? Are you an Overwatch girl or a Team Fortress 2 girl? Are you a World of Warcraft person or a Final Fantasy or a Star Wars Old Republic or a whatever person? Our medium, video games, has built this narrative in the minds of many people where it's absolutely expected to declare an allegiance to one game over another where they exist in the same genre. Like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, mate. Which one is it? Don't be a pussy by saying that you like both. You have to choose one. Choose now and stand by it. Otherwise, you're not a real fan, you're not a real player, you're just a filthy casual. And don't even think about changing your mind once you've declared, you filthy traitor. There's also like the dreaded platform wars as well, like Xbox or PlayStation. Are you like the PC master race or not? Choose. Which one is it? Like my platform could beat up your platform. But like what's even more fascinating about this is that our industry doesn't really encourage this sort of binary thinking. We kind of just come to these conclusions ourselves. Publishers like Sony or Microsoft will definitely have the odd jab at each other.
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
But it was nothing like it was back in the 80s with Sega and Nintendo really duking it out round for round. There are some very notable exceptions where developers can poke fun at each other, such as the recent tweets from the Battlefield 1 devs DICE about how little they thought of the new Call of Duty game, but you certainly don't see organized campaigns driven by publishers or developers aiming to drive wedges between gaming communities. We essentially do this to ourselves, or more specifically, the very vocal minority do this to us. Now, as I said before, it's utterly ridiculous, and it's entirely unique to our entertainment medium. I mean, if you like one song and you tell people that, it's not like you're declaring some sort of allegiance to that one song, right? Such that if you say you not like another similar song, you are then branded a traitor. Or even bands, like if you like Tool, it's not like you're not allowed to like any other band that's similar to Tool, right? That's dumb. Or books, like imagine if you said you liked The Lord of the Rings and then declared that you also liked Game of Thrones, only to be met by calls from people that you're some filthy traitorous sellout, disloyal and unworthy. Go back to Harry Potter, you scrub. Or like, let's talk about film. Like, let's say like you love The Godfather. Let's say it's like your favorite film of all time. And then like, let's say you tell someone, you know, that you should probably also go see Goodfellas or Casino. Like, what if the response that you got was like, Paramount Pictures must have paid you to promote this trash movie, you filthy traitor, you know? Like, obviously all of these things are ridiculous but as I said, they're really unique to us as gamers. I think most of us can look at these things when they're placed in the context of other mediums and say, yes, that's really silly, but even then, I think some people won't agree. They'll point to things like corrupt publishers or greedy console manufacturers or untrustworthy developers or shady pay-to-win DLC models to justify their opinion for why their choice in their chosen game is the right one. They won't leave room for the possibility that it's perfectly fine to enjoy more than one game, because they built up such a long list of reasons why it isn't okay to think this, and they really aren't interested in tearing those reasons down and listening to an alternative. The truth is, of course, as gamers, we probably play lots of different games just as the same way as we watch lots of different television shows or listen to lots of different music or read lots of different books or whatever. We don't eat the same meal every day and we don't play the same games every day. Well, at least most of us don't. There's room in our palette for more than one good experience, and we all know that. That just makes sense, right? This isn't about the decisions that people make, it's about the way that certain people criticize the decisions of others. I think this is really typified in the YouTube world. In the minds of those people that are especially loyal to their one game, they view their chosen YouTubers as like their team captains, people they can look to for leadership and who they can rely on during the trials and tribulations of the various battles they have with other people about why their game is the better game. They can post links to their videos saying, see, this YouTuber that I like, they said this, which proves that my game is better than your game. My game could beat up your game. In the minds of these people, the expectations of loyalty to a specific game are even more elevated than they otherwise would be, because if YouTubers want to build a channel around that game, then any deviation from that game is a serious offense. It's like a major defection. It's almost like, the President of the United States suddenly said, yeah, you know what, Russia's all right. I'm going to become a dual Russian and American citizen. But the thing is, YouTubers play lots of games because they're all gamers. YouTubers like lots of games because they are all gamers. And YouTubers are probably going to like more than one game in their chosen genre because they like that genre. And if a YouTuber chooses to share a different perspective on another game, then that's only a good thing because it deepens our understanding of what that sort of makes that game good, or gives us an idea of how it could be better perhaps. Generally speaking, when YouTubers say that one game is good, they aren't automatically saying that another one is bad. When they say play this game, they aren't saying stop playing this other game. They're just providing perspectives on what good is across the spectrum of our medium and within the genre that we happen to appreciate. So by all means, if you like Lord of the Rings, go and watch or read Game of Thrones. And if you like Godfather, watch Goodfellas. And if you like The Division, check out any number of games that are similar to The Division, like Destiny or Borderlands or Diablo or Warframe or whatever. Ask your favorite Battlefield YouTuber what other shooters they like and then go and play those, because if you trust and value the opinion of that person, there's probably something in the fact that they happen to like some other game as well. Let's try and call out this divisive behavior for what it is, which is just silly and juvenile. Let's recognize that there's a lot of good in a variety of games, and if we have the time and money enough to play all of them, then we're the better for it. It's not us versus them on Reddit or in YouTube comment sections, it's just us. So let's try and talk in terms that celebrate the strengths of other games, and maybe even come to the point of saying, hey, you know what? Maybe my game could learn a thing or two from your game. Let's talk about that. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I just wanted to put that perspective out there because it really struck me in a big way since when I put up those videos. If you found this video useful, do drop it a like. And if you haven't subscribed, you can of course subscribe for all sorts of different games coverage like Destiny and Division and Overwatch and very soon Battlefield 1. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.